Howdy. How's it going? So, for today's video, I think we're gonna cook that same chicken dish that I made with my mom here. I wanted to maybe try it myself so that way I can talk to her in case I screw anything up, give it my own little try. So, I've got the recipe here. I've got the ingredients that are left over from last time. We have mini peppers, 3 of them. I'm probably going to use 3 different colored ones because I'm swag like that. Cucumber, squash, and then the last of the chicken, the big chicken. This is now, I guess, the smallest one, but still decent size, I think. And we have some P.F. Chang's teriyaki sauce. It was pretty good, but not a true soy sauce. I do have soy sauce, but I don't really feel like experimenting too crazily tonight. I'm just trying to keep it simple because this is going to be a little more complicated. Because last time I had rice, the freezer already cooked, so this time I'm going to have to make it on the fly. So I think the strategy is going to be to do the vegetable cutting first, then to cut the chicken, then to get the rice washed, and then get the rice cooked. Then once that's finished, leave it, and then start cooking the chicken and then the vegetables. And then that way, the rice, you can just reheat it in the microwave if we need to. Because I feel like once the chicken and vegetables and stuff all get cooked, I'm gonna be really hungry by then. So we need to start. First, we need to wash our hands. So So, try and remember how to cut all the vegetables. My mom had some good ways to do it, so I'm trying to remember those the best I can. I think we started with the squash. If I remember, you need a knife to cut. That's the most important thing. I don't have that good of skills with my karate chop. So, we'll get this going. You need to adjust the camera here so you can see a little better. Hopefully the cutting board can be seen a little better. Alright, so first we have the squash. Now, last time we cut from the fat end of it, so we have this little part left. So with it being a smaller amount of chicken, I could use more squash, or I could just use this little bit amount of squash. So, the amount of cucumber I've got, this could be a pretty strong cucumber stir fry. But, these peppers are good size, there aren't really too many that are kind of small. So, I like cucumber, so it'll just be a very cucumbery stir fry. So I'll get rid of this guy first, and then we'll start cutting. I feel like it's kind of dark in here, which is weird, because I have like all the lights on. It's just for whatever reason, I just feel like I cannot see like at all. All right, so these ones, I'm pretty sure when you finish cutting them, you then slice them into, so one you slice into X's, one you can do in a 6. I think these are the ones you can do to 6 because they're easier to cut, but I can't remember. Alright, I got this a little bit left here. So, we'll just try to place these down, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know what to do with this end part. I don't want to waste food, so we'll just kind of do like really thick halves. Yeah, it's not too bad. Those will cook. They'll cook. I think they'll cook. All right, so now these little buggers let off a lot of seeds as they cook. So even though they're easy to cut now, they will not remain like this as they cook. That was a very bad cut. So I think they're a little deceptive. They're tasty. I don't know if you ever had squash before. It's hard to describe, but it's good. It's kind of like a buttery taste. You know? Tastes good though. But right now, I'm just slicing and dicing. I'm gonna get that end out of here. Toss that there. This is a fat slice. Alright. This might be a little too thick, but it's okay. That's okay. Alrighty. Just a few left, and then we will do the cucumber. Alright, last two. It's just so bad. Alright. Yeah. Alrighty. So we'll partition those off to the side. Now, cucumber time. Pretty sure cucumber you cut like the exact same way. So let's get it going. First, we cut off the end. Sayonara. That's okay. I don't really mind that part. Alright, so now these seem pretty easy to cut too. I know you sent me that recipe with the cucumber and ham. Alright. I think that's about, how about that, huh? Alrighty. We're just gonna do a tea for these ones. Yeah, these become so soft after cooking them. Don't want to lose any of these. Oops. Oh, I gotta wash these containers now too. Dang. So last time when I cooked this with my mom, just like her coaching me, it was kind of being stressing me out. So I was like not understanding like how to do like anything, so I felt really stupid the whole time. But this time I feel a lot more confident. I know what I'm doing. I feel much better. However, I don't remember if I need to wash this knife before cutting the chicken or not. I feel like you don't need to, but if after you use the chicken, you can't use it for anything else, right? I'm pretty sure that's what the rule is. So we're gonna give it our best here. So now we're gonna cut the chicken here. Hopefully you can still see. All right, I'm glad I paused. I have now realized I forgot to cut the peppers. So, 3 peppers. Like I said, I do different colors because I'm like that. If I can even get these open. Come on. All right, we got a yellow, we got an orange, we got a red. All right, so I'm gonna try to use my mom's technique of cutting these. It's pretty interesting. So I'm gonna put these back really fast. I don't know how long these are good for, but they're pretty good, like tasty wise. I can honestly just eat this without needing to, you know, like flavor it or anything. What can I say? I guess once they look like you shouldn't eat them anymore, don't eat them anymore. I guess is the rule here. So last time I was cutting, I felt like it was better. I kind of kept things to the right side because my cutting side was over here. So I'm gonna try to keep that technique going. So. So what she would do. She would first try to get rid of like all the seeds. Good. So I'm doing this by myself now. So I think what she would do is she would try to make sure there were no seeds. So pick up as many of them as possible and then go over to the sink. So let me try to turn this. Okay, so now I'm going over to the sink. Okay. She said they just like in the garbage disposal, no big deal. Which I was like, okay. Not gonna question it. So we got this one cleaned off pretty good. This one's off. This one's off. Let's see how the end here. Alright. So there's one. I'll show you how she does them afterwards. Let me get the knife. All right. See if I can do a little better this time. Move that off. Okay, here we go. Okay. Doing very badly, I think. Alrighty. These are pretty bad cuts. Definitely really bad cuts. August. I stand out loud. Honestly, I really do. And I didn't even turn the camera. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so bad at this. Hard to be a vlogger, filmer person, because I'm just not used to having to be like, oh, the camera's there, talk to it, be aware of it. I don't know, maybe I need to put a light on the actual thing, so that way I can just like stare into the sun like a moth. I'm just stupid, dumb idiot. I wish I was better at this. It's just hard. I can't pay attention to the camera as well as these young kids, man. They always know where it is. I'm always like, where's the camera? You know, I'm gonna get in trouble on one of these reality TV shows because I'm just gonna like talk to somebody on the street. Kid will be like, say something, I'll be like, what? Next thing I know, it's some big joke that I didn't know about. Alrighty. Third try. We're gonna turn the camera. Third try. Try number 3. Okay, so the last 2 times we cut really close to the seeds. So I think this time I'm gonna try to cut even closer to this part. So that way I maybe completely miss the seeds and then the seeds just stay down. Okay, so here we go. Might have been too close. I don't know. We'll cut her open. See what she's like here. Alrighty. Nope. Yeah, I gotta cut off more. There we go. Hey, that's actually weirdly, pretty clean. I don't think I'm gonna eat this part though, but like, look at that. That's not bad. That's pretty much all of them right there. So I'm gonna move the camera. I'm set. I gotta get better at this. Camera. Hey, how are you doing? I'm here in this house. I'm trying my best to cook. All right. So probably should move the camera here, but both my hands are holding this. Look at that. The whole you can't see it because you're over there. Camera. I would say I need another camera, but I need to learn to live within the confines of where I am. So in this case, I want to make sure that I appreciate the one camera life. So that way, if I eventually get a second camera, I'm like, man, it's so nice to have a second camera. I remember the days. I'm just gonna throw this away. I don't need to grind it to its death. Well, that one went down, so that one's gonna be there. Alright. So, we've done that. So now we have to finish cutting these. Toss this out. Turn the camera. We'll do a quick break. Alright. We're back to finish cutting these peppers. So what she would do, she cut all the way up, pretty much up until the green part. So you're pretty much using almost every part of the pepper, which is pretty crazy. I did it wrong already. How did she do this so well? She made it look like it was a breeze. Whatever. I'm stupid. This is bad. I don't know why I cook. I'm really just not good in my hands like this. Let's try to get it. Okay. Is this knife not sharp enough? I used it last time, and that was only a few days ago. Okay, good enough. I'm sorry. I'm not my mom. I can't use all of it as well as she could. Yeah, see, this definitely seems like this was too much. Yeah, definitely way too much. I can smell them. They smell good. Alrighty. Time to actually cut them for real. Alright, so this time, no more funny business. We're going to cut them into strips. And that's going to be probably how it is. We might cut them in half if they're really long. Why are these so much tougher? I guess maybe because they're not as fresh. Is that how food works? I know this sounds stupid, but like, I don't, this is like a new thing for me. So if that's true, that's good to know. That if I cook these the first day, I buy them, they're usually easier to cut. Where if I wait a few days, the skin becomes a little more difficult to cut. So I'm now curious what that might do to the taste. How will that affect it? I don't know. I'm asking you. Do you know? I feel like I definitely am supposed to cut them from the top. I need to think. I'm really not. Yeah, it's much easier. August Conrad. Why are you like this? I'm really lucky to have you in my life, because I don't think I can function by myself for the rest of my life. I'm really stupid. It's crazy. You're supposed to cut from the soft side, not the hard side. Da-da-da. We haven't even cut the chicken yet. Now, my mom, when she cut the chicken, she used the knife, or the fork. So I think I'm gonna use that again too. So, I'm sorry if that offends. I'm gonna cut this in half too. Cut this way. I don't know what this phlegmy stuff tastes like on the pepper. Probably nothing, but you know, might as well have it, I guess. You eat all of it. So, alrighty. Yeah, that's good. Alrighty, so all of our vegetables are done. So now we can do the chicken. Alright, chicken time. Pause the camera. Alright, we're back. I apologize, I washed the knife off really quick while I was over there just because I was like, I feel like I should wash it off before I cut this chicken. So, chicken cutting time. Alright. Get the breast part on top here. So yeah, this is a pretty good size breast as well. I don't know why they were having such large chickens this day, but we're appreciative of them. So the important thing with this is what I consider bite size. So if these pieces are big, that's up to you to decide. But to me, they're bite size. So I'm going to slice and dice them the way that I think is best. And you can just sit in the camera and take it and say, "Oh, August. Oh no, oh, August." But it's okay, all right? Because I'm the one who's eating this, not you. Eventually, you'll be eating it, and then you can say, "Okay, we need to teach you how to do this better." But for now, it's just me. And here's what I'm saying. And that is, I have my size of bite size. And it's this size, okay? I'm comfortable eating this size. Alright? This is still a lot of chicken. So I think it's important that I make it as small as possible. Let's get this red out of here. Sorry, I don't know what this bloodied part is, but it looks bloody, so I don't feel like cooking it. Because I don't know if it's actually something, and maybe it needs attention or whatever, I don't know. It's probably nothing, I don't care. You're not, you can judge me however you want to judge me. But I'm the one who's going to be eating this. That's what matters. You eat. Gross. My coworkers do this stuff for fun. They love hunting and cooking meat and stuff. Just there's other things I'd rather look at. Sorry. Cooked bird like this is not one of them. Like, I know I need to keep doing this so I'll get more comfortable, but like fish, I don't know, never having to like cut open a fish, that'd be tough. Even trying to take them off the hook, I don't know, it just seems like crazy. This is so much chicken. Cut off this fatty part. Cut off this fat here. Sorry, even as a kid I did not like fat, so this is just continuation. Ew. It's just, I don't know, something about it making me gag a little bit. So yeah, I'm just cutting this chicken. It's pretty fun. Man, this has so much of that red. Just scrap this whole piece. This is a lot of chicken, so I don't really feel a lot of shame being like, I'm not eating all this. Getting all this fat off. So it's how I live my life. The crazy part is that once I'm done with this, I'm not even done yet because then I still gotta go freaking do all the rice. I might skip it and just say, alright, from here forward, I'm just gonna cook this without rice. Now, I'm committed to the rice. I got the pressure cooker out. I have the recipe on the other phone, so we're gonna give it a try again. You know, I did find the rice. There is a rice cooker out in the spare, or in the like extra room out there. So we can, I can potentially just avoid all of this. Alrighty, almost done cutting the chicken. Time to start mentally preparing for the rice. Alright, we're on with that. Let's throw away this gross ones. Get this knife washed. We will not use it for anything else. I don't need to cut anything else, so let's turn this. That's so loud. And that's what tells you that the washer or the dryer is about done. It's crazy how loud it is. Obviously, you can pretty much hear it from everywhere. Now, with this recipe, we're missing water chestnuts. I didn't get any water chestnuts. So we're going to be a little more devoid of flavor than we were last time. So now it's time for rice. All right, so for this, I think I'm gonna do 2 cups of rice. So this has 2 cups in it. I don't think that's actually how you measure out 2 cups of food, but for the purposes here, this is what we're gonna use. So if you got any problems, complain about it to the YouTube comments, which I read nonstop and will constantly address all the controversies. So looks like I only have about 1 1/4, so I could either add more rice or just cook 1 1/4 worth. So I'm gonna add more. So bag number 2. Ooh-wee. This is premium grade rice, that's what it says. Alrighty, so pour until we hit 2. Ooh baby, just like I'm in elementary school or kindergarten, playing with rice in the box. Pretty sure that's not like a unique thing. You definitely play with a lot of rice. It's actually, I need a little more. How about that, huh? This guy, I was trying to read how to cook it on the stove, and this guy wrote like an entire monologue about the entire history of cooking rice. It was insane. I was like, dude, just freaking tell me how to do this. All right, yeah, that's probably a little too much, but that's all right. Shaboy. All right, so now we gotta wash this out. So put this over here. Hey, how's it going? Alrighty. This has little lips on the side, so I assume it's for rice. Or it's easier to pour things out of this. Kind of hold them back, you know. That was actually a lot. This might be way too much rice. I'm rethinking how much rice this is. We'll find out. They say it's 1-to-1, so I assumed it was just straight up 1-to-1. I don't know. This is gonna be funny here shortly, because the other thing too, this guy's recipe says when you, or not recipe, but it says when you pressure cook them, it doesn't take very long, so we'll find out very quickly as I'm cooking this on the stove. You know, if I got it's too much rice because it might overflow. I really should have rolled up my sleeves before I did this, but it's okay. I think tomorrow I'm gonna wake up early and try to go buy like nicer clothes for work. I don't know, maybe that's a Sunday activity. I need pants that are a little more comfortable and shirts that are a little more, not golf shirts. The shirts that I wear are very obviously golf shirts, so I just want like solid cotton polo type shirts, you know, like not necessarily polo brand, but like just like that material. There's all kinds of different brands you can get, but I just haven't gone out to go actually get them in a long time, so I think that's my mission for this weekend, because it's just so hot right now, so when your clothes are all sticky on your body, it doesn't feel very good. All right, so we got it pretty much there. So now I'm going to add 2 cups of water to this, and then I'm going to transfer it into the pressure cooker. So let me push this off to the side. add 2 cups of water. A little more. Let's see. I need a little more. Oh yeah, this is definitely gonna be a lot of rice. All right, there's 2 cups. So we're gonna add this in. So that way we can try to keep this rice a little separated. So now we're going to move this all. Alrighty. And like none of it went. So let me get a spatula. See, these are good lessons, you know. I'm sure you probably would be watching this and would be screaming into the phone or on the TV. No, August, you can't transfer the rice over like that. But now I know. Do it in the same pot. Because this isn't very fun. If I'm being honest with you. I don't want to sacrifice any of these races, but there's just a lot. They're all kind of spaced out still. Okay. I think it is what it is. I stink, I know, I'm sorry. Very frowned upon, but it is what it is. We're gonna leave that there. Okay. So now to cook this, I'm pretty sure you just go high heat, high pressure. Let me check online before I do anything. This guy, this is way too much to read. All right, so the AI Google search says, use a 1-to-1 ratio of rinsed, unsoaked short grain white rice to water. See, 2 cups to 2 cups. If you soak the rice, you might be able to reduce the water slightly as the rice has already absorbed some liquid. So I should probably do a little more rice, a little more water then. So that way I can soak a little more. Okay, so close the lock, close and lock the pressure cooker lid and ensure the steam release valve is set to the sealing position. Set the cooker to high pressure. Pressure cook white short grain rice for 2 to 5 minutes at high pressure. Some variation exists with sources recommending 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes longer. Cooking time might be needed if you prefer soft rice. All right, so I guess we're just gonna give this the old hey-ho. So I don't know, maybe that one. I always struggle doing this. There we go. All right, so there's 3 positions. There's 1, 2, and then it's like steam flying out. So this guy said, or the AI, not the guy, the I said set the cooker to high pressure, so we're just gonna assume, I guess the big 3, that probably means high pressure, right? So the rice is in there, high heat, here we go. 3 to 5 minutes, I guess. So we'll just wait here. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is what I'm supposed to do. I don't really know what more. It's a high pressure cooker, so it should be pretty fast. This one says to add salt. Why? I don't know. No clarification. See, we're already at 1 minute on this, and nothing's happened so far. So I feel like the high pressure isn't hitting yet. I feel like I need the something, and then that's when you say that's the official start. I don't know, but using this smaller phone, so nice. I feel like a giant. I'm like, hello, look at how big my hands are. It smells like something's cooking. Gotta be careful though. I could probably start cooking the chicken right now, but I want to make sure I do this right. Okay, I see some steam coming off of this, so it's definitely cooking. We've got, according to this, 1 or 2 more minutes, right? There's just no way it's already almost done. I mean, that's insanely fast. All right, it's been about 3 minutes. I'll give it maybe 1 more minute. Once 36, I might check it, but we'll see. I think I'm waiting for a hiss. So for this to start coming out. There it goes. All right, so I guess 3 minutes from now. This is crazy. All right, so at 40, I'm going to turn off the heat and move it off. See what that does. I don't know if what I'm doing is right or not, so we'll just see. I think so. I'm really trying my best. See, this is crazy. I don't know about this. making me lose confidence in what I'm doing. Yo, dude. $39. I gotta rip a mean part here. This is better. Alright. On 40. This is the longest minute ever. Come on. This is insane. There we go. This do its thing, and then I'm gonna start cooking the chicken, I guess. So let me move this back here. Now you can start watching me cook the chicken. Alrighty, so first and foremost, we're gonna cook the chicken. So gotta add in a tablespoon of oil here. That's probably a little too much. That's okay. I always do that. It's classic August. You don't like oil. Sorry. That's what you're getting. Alright. Gotta wait on that, but I at least want to get it open. Wait on this. Alright. Get this going. Get out of there. Alright. Alrighty, we'll put this over here. Now, it looks like this has slowly stopped steaming. So I'm now going to attempt to open it. Hopefully the rice has actually been cooked in there. I don't believe it from the amount of time. That was not a long time. It's almost there, actually. It's pretty crazy. I'm gonna make sure I get it all. There's still a little bit of water in there, you know. Make sure it's all the way cooked. See how easy that was? It was like a quick check. This phone, man. The smaller side is so much more convenient. Yeah, definitely too much oil. August, you always do this. Some big size chicken pieces too. Probably could have gone smaller on a lot of these, but you know, maybe I can pull them apart. Hey, how's it going? How have you been doing? I hope you've been having a good day and good sleep. I know you just woke up. Very sorry about last night and whatever your owner did to you. I need to season this now. That's too much. Alright, it's going to be very salty, or very peppery. So bad, my hands are so shaky sometimes. Okay, this will be very interesting. Very spicy chicken. Dryer's done, by the way. So that's something I have to remember. I have clothes in there too, so I still have duties and chores and whatnot. I'm such a bad adult. I need to fart again. I felt bad. A little bit of heat, come on. I need to itch my crotch. So I know I'm not as talkative this time. I don't really know what to talk about. I don't really have anything too exciting going on. Today all I really did was kind of do the chores that I needed to do, like doing the laundry, cleaned up a little bit. I got a vacuum, did the dishes, emptied the dishes, folded the clothes that I needed to fold. So soon, once I'm done cooking and finish eating, I'll do the laundry, finish the dishes. Yeah, let me see how this is doing. It's actually pretty much done. That's amazing. Alright, move this over here. And now we're just focusing on this. Come on, baby, let's go party. Oh, we're getting some whites. This spatula is really big. I need the smaller one. It's in the washer, dishwasher though. Chopsticks time. Take the spatula. It's actually easier for once you get into the stir fry part. This was a lot easier when my mom was here. I don't know why me by myself, this is kind of hard. Maybe I was trying to show off or something. Wearing a hoodie right now is also kind of crazy because it's really hot. There's a lot of heat coming off of both of these. I need to turn this down actually, so I'm not flipping them fast enough for. I increased the heat to get them cooking a little faster. This burner, man, it's weird because it's like it takes a while to heat up, but once it's heated, it's like it stays there. So you really gotta be careful. It's kind of like the shower. The shower takes a while to heat up, But once it is, you literally don't need to like move it. Like it has like you can go like this. You like go to right here, and that's all you need because it'll get plenty hot at that spot. It's just very strange because it's so low. You wouldn't expect it. So that's kind of how these burners are too, where it's like, if you start on like 3, it'll take forever to get there. But if you like boost it, it'll cook quick, and then you need to drop the temperature. Otherwise, it'll like stay hot. All right, I think I got a lot of them turned over there. It's actually ended up being kind of the right amount of oil now that they're turned over. There really isn't too much left. So, win one for the gusto. Can't believe it's Friday. Another dumbass week. Should have done more with myself, but slacked off the whole time. But we'll try again next week. I think I'm really committed this time to actually trying to be a little bit better. I think I saw myself more in the mirror today, and I really was like, yeah, I gotta do something about this. I need to do something about this food too. But yeah, it's just, I need to get rid of what I got going here. I need to start doing some more abdominal work, and I got to fart again. It's crazy. So, yeah, the mission is try and get less bloated, try and get arms and shoulders and chest and stuff a little more built out. There we go. Now we're getting some cooking. There we go. That's much better. Smells like cooking chicken. Alright, so then you need to add in the vegetables. And to just cook those until they're soft. I think this chicken probably needs a couple more minutes. See, like, it's almost 9 o'clock. It's crazy. It's crazy, baby. It takes so long to cook. Well, it may be because I'm filming, but even when I was cooking with Mom, it took a while too. I know I did the rice interlude, but still. Crazy, 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 crazy. That's okay, the chicken's starting to flake off, which means it's starting to officially be cooked. So once this is at 54, I'm gonna add in the vegetables. I can still do it, the watch says. I don't know what it was that I had that's making me this gassy, but it's just quite the spectacle to hear. All right. All right, so now we've been cooking this long enough that I think the cooked chicken's all the way cooked through. We're now going to add the vegetables. And we're going to cook these until they are no longer hard once they're nice and soft. So and once we do that, some of these do not split up even with my knife skills. How tragic. And the nice part is these vegetables, since they're vegetables, have some water in them, so I think it should kind of help cool everything and keep it all from burning. But it'll also help the chicken cook a little more too, because I think it needs moisture. But that's why I haven't added any extra liquids or anything. I'm going to add the teriyaki sauce here once I finish these vegetables. Also, last time felt like these needed a little more salt, so I'm gonna do that now. So that way they cook in at the same time. Do peppers need pepper? That was way too much pepper. Again, it just flies out of there. I'm really the worst guy. I'm gonna turn this up a little bit so we start getting some cooking. It's going to be a very, very spicy stir fry. But maybe with the teriyaki it actually will be pretty good, because teriyaki is a little sweeter, I think. But not like soy sauce is kind of a little bitter. With teriyaki you can definitely taste it's got more sugar-y stuff in it. I don't know. You've probably had teriyaki before. I don't need to explain it. I'm just a jerk, you know, doing what I can. This looks pretty good, honestly. I would be pretty satisfied eating this once it's finished. However, it's nice knowing that I also have some rice that is done oh so well. Gotta be careful when I get this out too. I don't want to burn myself. Alrighty. That's it. You're probably texting me right now. You weren't having a very good day, so this morning it sounds like you're not feeling super good either, so I don't know how much you're gonna be texting me or wanting to be left alone today, so hopefully once I finish this and send it to you, maybe might cheer you up a little bit. But I understand if you also are like, I need my time today, because you gotta be more the way that you can be, only you can be. Sorry, I can't get this cucumber split apart. Come on. Whatever. Ooh, we're starting to get some cooking. Hey, how's it going? Sorry, me trying to be a little motivational there didn't really work. I don't know if you really were taking much motivation out of that. But I just think today there's probably a good chance you're just going to want to be like, I'm doing my thing today because things are stressful, so I just need to make sure I keep myself in control and my priorities in check. So you do what you got to do to make sure you stay calm, because you seemed very mad last night. I really wish I could have been there just to talk to you, but it's okay. You know, I also feel like had I been there, my energy might have made you flip out even more. So maybe it was good that we were separated in these moments, but I'm just here for you no matter what. So hopefully today you're able to feel a little better. Maybe you should get some ice cream later. I think ice cream always helps me feel a little better. We can always talk on the phone too if you want. Once, you know, I don't know what you're doing today, so we'll see. But hopefully you're able to have a good day. Hopefully it's the best day ever. Not a super sucky day like it feels like you might be thinking you're gonna have. I don't know if that helps or not, but I'm trying to be encouraging. Yeah, there's a lot of water in this, so I think I was right about the vegetables. Looks like the cucumbers are starting to brown a little bit. Definitely still, everything's still a little too hard. Squash, it's hard to tell how much that needed to be cooked because I've never really done squash that often, so we'll see. I don't know, it'll be alright, it'll be fine. I didn't really pay attention when I started because she said to cook for like 10 to 12 minutes. So probably should have paid attention, but I do remember that. I don't remember anything. I think I started this at like maybe 55, so maybe it's been like 3 or 4 minutes. I'm gonna increase the heat on this. I don't know why I said it like that. Yeah, that's a little more like a stir fry. Yeah, this should be hot. It's a fry. Right? I don't know. That sounded right to me. I seem so confident in my own personal, like, me saying that. I was like, oh, yeah, you are right. I don't know. Okay, at 9:05. So I'm starting to smell the vegetables cooked a little more, so I think they're starting to get this. So 3 minutes, I'm then going to add the teriyaki sauce. And that means I then will, I guess, remove from heat or keep cooking until it's cooled. I don't know. Shouldn't really say. So mix until coated. Yeah, definitely starting to smell the vegetables now. Like I said, I was like, fry. I feel like fry should be much higher heat, not medium heat. Well, this is more like, I'm at a 7.5, so that's, I feel like, decent temperature. I don't know, it's just definitely starting to smell more like food. Cucumber seems softer and softer. Peppers are still pretty hard. I don't know, maybe I'll go until 6. Oh, there we go. I'm starting to get the seeds out of the squash. That's what happened last time. Yeah, so I do need to let this cook a little more. See that? I don't know if that did anything, but it felt like it did something. gonna let this go to 06. These cucumbers are looking a lot better now. Looking more yellowed. Hand hurts. And now I'm going to use a spatula. Okay. I'm gonna give this like a little more here. Just a little longer. I'm gonna add a teriyaki sauce. Reduce heat, add teriyaki. Let that cook for a second on like medium high, medium heat. So, third of the bottle, I'll put in my mom, so do I guess about there. Seems about right. It seems about the same as last time. Oh yeah, you can smell that. I think it still needs. Alright, might need to do a little more. EF changes, you know. There, that's better. That's looking more like how it did last time. Alrighty, so we're starting to finish up here. So as you can see, it's pretty soupy still, but because it's teriyaki sauce, you can kind of use it, you know, blend it with the rice. Or I'm gonna try to cook this off a little more, maybe make it a little less soupy, so that way everything's nice and blended. Still have it on the burner, so we're gonna give it a couple more minutes, I think, and then we'll start to serve it. So, we're gonna keep cooking. Alrighty, just finishing up here. Going in a little more, mixed in this teriyaki sauce. Let it cook just a little more. You're gonna need to give this a quick taste test here. See how the chicken tastes. Did better last time. So maybe it would have been better if mom watching. this a little more. I feel like I didn't cook it enough. Kind of frustrated. Bummed it's not as good, but that's okay. We'll have to think about what did I do wrong. Yeah, I feel like maybe I just didn't cook the chicken long enough. No, I definitely feel like I did. It was cooked in there a pretty long time. I think it was definitely more than last time. Alright. I'm gonna call that. Yeah, not bad. Probably could have been cooked longer. We get this layer. Alrighty. I think I'm calling it. We're gonna serve this up, see how she tastes. Alright. It's all opened up. Alright, we'll get this rice out of here. Get big bags. Put all the rice in big containers. Alrighty. Plate. Okay. Pretty good serving of rice there. Alrighty. And our stir fry. Back this up here. I don't think I'm going to eat all that, but noble cause. Alrighty. So now we will go over to the table to try it. So we're gonna give this a try. Hopefully it tastes good. It was a bit longer to make than last time, but I feel like it wasn't too bad, not too complicated. Definitely could have prepped a little better, but that's okay. However, let's give this a nice little try. Itadakimasu. Okay, we'll try some chicken and some pepper and some rice. You know, it's not too bad. I was expecting a lot worse, but it's not horrible. It's still really hot, so Probably gonna let it cool down a little more before I fully eat. But I was just super hungry, so I gotta eat at this point. I like to mix it all, I'm sorry. That hurt. That hurt my ears. That was so terrible sounding. But the last time I made it was definitely better. I feel like I got a little more flavor in it this time. But I didn't quite get the sauce cooked correctly with the teriyaki sauce. I could definitely taste a little too much pepper, which was fitting considering I kept using too much pepper. Ha 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 ha. So, unfortunately, we gotta learn next time, less pepper. You can see all the pepper in the food. It's pretty aggressive, but it is what it is. I'm just happy that so far I was able to eat this and I'm still alive. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Hopefully this cooking video gave you some joy. I know it wasn't as exciting as some of my other ones, but I'm a little tired today. I apologize. I love you very much though. My beautiful darling baby, you are the best. I hope you have a fantastic day. Stay sweet, my lovely, beautiful, darling angel. Alrighty. All freaking righty, baby. Today, we are going to be cooking the stir fry that I actually made when my mom was here. I think I'm gonna give it my attempt without her. She wrote down the recipe. I have a rough idea of when I did it, how to do it. So we'll see. I think what I'm going to try to do first is cut up the vegetables and get those prepared, and then do the chicken. Then I'm going to start cooking the, I'm debating on leaving the chicken or starting the rice. I feel like the rice isn't going to take too long, but preparing it's going to take a while. So I feel like it might be better to just prepare the rice, then the rice can sit, and that can be reheated easily. But I don't know. I think that's what we're going to do. So we have a assortment of ingredients. We have some sweet peppers, colors, orange, yellow, and red. I'm probably gonna do like 3. Yeah, it says 3 of them, so I'm probably gonna do like a yellow, orange, and red because I'm like that. Then this is a squash, I believe. No. No, it's not a zucchini. Yeah, this is squash. And then a zucchini. Then we also have chicken. So yeah, this is still that same chicken. We're on the chicken saga. And then we have P.F. Chang's teriyaki sauce. It was pretty good. I liked it. I was surprised that was my mom's favorite, but I just realized this entire time I'm talking, you probably haven't seen my face. Dang it! Alright, let me start over. Alright, we're coming back to finish off the last of this chicken. We have the final breast. These are 3 really large breasts that we got for some reason. So I think what I'm gonna do today is that same chicken dish I cooked with my mom. I feel like I'm gonna give it my attempt. I have her recipe right here. So my hope is that I can duplicate it. It's not too complicated, but she was coaching me, so it was a little easier than it's going to be now. So we're gonna give it our best attempt. The important thing though was that last time I had already had the rice finished in the freezer, so all I had to do was de-thaw it. This time I haven't made any rice, so we're gonna make some rice in the pressure cooker. Apparently cooking in the pressure cooker means it doesn't take very long. However, the prep work for the rice is gonna take a little bit. So I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to cut the vegetables, so that way I can then cut chicken, then before I cook anything, get the rice going, get the rice finished, so that way, once I cook everything else, I can then reheat the rice if I need to in the microwave. It's a little more easier, I think, that way, just because I know it's not too tough, where I feel like if I cook all the food, once I start smelling the food, it's gonna be really hard for me not to want to eat the food, because honestly, I could just eat it without the rice, but I need to at least have a little bit of a carb, something that, can give me something, so. All right, I think first I need to wash my hands, so we're gonna try to be better